Porsche is on a product offensive in 2020. The carmaker kicked off the year with the new 718 GTS 4-litre, followed by the 911 Turbo S and, more recently, the Cayenne GTS. Now the company has gone and launched yet another new model, and it's the 992 generation 911 Targa. The Targa is widely regarded as the oddball of Porsche's lineup. It's a model that dates all the way back to 1967 as a means of offering an open-top experience while meeting strict safety laws. But Porsche now makes convertible versions of the 911, yet the Targa still has a place as a sleek, stylish and somewhat rare addition to the 911 range. Now that the new model has been unveiled in full, here are 5 things you need to know about the new 911 Targa. Peel back the Targa's skin and you'll find the underpinnings and oily bits of the Carrera 4 and 4S. Of course, the major difference here is the removable roof, which, like the outgoing Targa, no longer needs to be manually removed and stowed away. Instead, the rear window lifts up and the roof mechanically retracts into a compartment behind the cabin. Naturally, this makes the Targa a little bit heavier than the coupe variant. In standard Targa 4 guise, the T-top weighs in at 1,665 kilos, making it 110 kilograms heavier than the Carrera 4 coupe. That's a fair amount of weight, but it'll no doubt be worth it for some top-down thrills. Besides, the Targa is more about cruising in style than slashing seconds off your lap time at the Nürburgring. In 4S guise, the new Targa is significantly more powerful than the outgoing model. At the back of the car sits the same twin-turbo 3-litre flat-6 engine as the rest of the Carrera range, producing 380 brake horsepower in Targa 4 guise and 440 brake horsepower in 4S form. That makes it 16 brake horsepower and 28 brake horsepower more powerful than the outgoing Targa 4 and 4S respectively, with the new 4S matching the old Targa GTS on power. If 0 to 62 times are your thing, then the faster Targa 4S will be the car for you. Equipped with the 8-speed PDK gearbox, the Targa 4S will sprint from 0 to 62 miles per hour in 3.6 seconds, and its top speed has been lifted from 180 miles an hour to 189. Opting for the manual gearbox will result in a slower 0 to 62 time, but it'll be worth it for the extra level of engagement. The new Targa may come offered with a manual gearbox, but unfortunately, it doesn't look like Porsche will be dropping the T-Top's turbos anytime soon. In a recent interview with Autocar magazine, Frank Stefan Walliser said that putting Porsche's 4-litre flat-6 into a non-GT 911 is, and I quote, "not really feasible." While he admitted that there's a desire for it, Walliser said that R&D costs of putting a naturally aspirated engine into the back of a Carrera, which, let's not forget, is a series production car, would be too high. That's a shame, given that Porsche was able to shove a detuned version of the 4-litre flat-6 into the 718 GTS, a car you can read all about on yesauto.com. But at least we can sleep soundly knowing that a 911 GT3 is in the works, and yes, it'll have a screaming, naturally aspirated motor over the rear axle. With such a classic and iconic design, Porsche couldn't resist releasing a special heritage version of the Targa that harks back to the German car maker's racing machines of old. While it's mechanically identical to the Targa 4S, the Heritage Design Edition comes with a host of visual tweaks that'll make people on the street with poor eyesight think that you're driving around in a T-top sports car from the 1960s. The Heritage Design Edition comes in cherry red, an exclusive colour that inspired the early shades of red on the 356 from the 1950s. You also get heritage badges with the old Porsche font, red and cream leather seats, and a sticker set that includes the company name along the side of the car and numbers on the doors. At £136,643, the 911 Targa Heritage Design Edition is the most expensive Carrera-based model on sale today. To put that into perspective, the previous generation 911 GT3 was roughly £35,000 cheaper than the Targa Heritage, while a GT3 RS would have been just £5,000 more expensive. Granted, you wouldn't have been able to remove the roof, but it would have no doubt served up a better driving experience. The standard Targas match the Carrera Cabriolet range on price. The Targa 4 comes in at £98,170, while the faster 4S has a price tag of £109,725. What's more, the cars are available to order now, and Porsche offers a pretty good configurator that'll no doubt wipe out an entire lunch break. For more car news and reviews, head over to yesauto.com.